In this video, we'll look at alerts with Sysdig Monitor. Throughout the solution, whenever you see a bell icon, like the bell here on our left pane, but also at any dashboard or metric, you can set an alert. An alert is intended to notify you when a condition that you set is encountered. These conditions include downtime, as in something in your environment is down, like a host or perhaps a Kubernetes deployment. Metric alerts look for metric conditions that you set, for instance, CPU utilization going above 90%. And event alerts look for specific events like those messaged by your orchestrator, like a node not ready message. Anomaly detection alerts fire when a monitored component deviates from historical behavior. And finally, outlier alerts can notify you if, when monitoring a group of hosts, for instance, one host suddenly acts differently from the rest. To show you how to set a simple alert, let's select the bell icon here, and what we see is a default setting of host name. If I use this alert as is, it will alert me if any host goes offline for 10 minutes and is down for the entirety of that span. Perhaps I'm concerned about a particular host, and so what I can do is scope this alert to just a single host, typing host name, and then select is, and we'll set this alert for our host ending in 200. One shortcut to what I just showed you would be to select the bell icon instead from the row highlighting the hosts I wanted to alert on. When I do this, everything is nicely scoped for me right away. So two paths, the same result in terms of the alert scoping. Now where to send the alerts? This is the next section here, and it can be as simple as an email address. But depending on your setup, it can also go to PagerDuty or Slack or other similar tools of your choosing. I'll just choose for the alert to go to my email. And as we continue to scroll, we'll see another option here. This is the option to activate a Sysdig capture when an alert fires. In summary, this is a file with a recording of all system calls occurring at the time of the alert. This capture file is used to do troubleshooting of issues with in-depth information, even after a container or containers may no longer be living. For this alert, we'll leave this option off. And now lastly, we can name the alert something meaningful, so here let's call this 200 host down alert. If we go to our alerts section, we'll see now that I have this alert in place. Now if at any point I want to change it, I can click and alter it. Or if I want to delete the alert, I can choose this alert by clicking here to the left and now hit the delete button to remove it. Let's do this again, but instead apply it to Kubernetes. Let's change our grouping to a Kubernetes view, and we'll set an alert to apply across our entire infrastructure. So we'll hover over the first row here and select the bell icon. Let's say we simply want to be notified if any deployment goes offline. We'll choose the downtime alert. We'll change the default entry here from host name to Kubernetes deployment name. And by making just this selection, this will apply to any deployment in our environment. And here the default rule set looks for any deployment that is down for 10 minutes for 100% of the time. If we wanted to change either of these numbers, for instance, down to 5 minutes, and maybe it's up and down, so if in that 5 minutes it's down for 50% of the time, we'll receive an alert. Let's call this one deployment downtime. And now what I can do is choose the severity of the alert. Anything from informational to emergency. So this time we'll change this and make it critical. This way you or your colleagues get a sense of the alert criticality in the message notification that you receive. Now when we receive these alerts, we'll know it's time to jump into action, and we can return to the Sysdig Monitor interface to do further investigation and troubleshooting based on the details we receive in our alert. Thanks for watching.